Let me tell you something I believe with every bone in my body. You don't get great fishing days by doing everything right. You earn them by surviving everything that goes wrong. There's a currency in the outdoors nobody talks about. And once you understand it, bad trips stop feeling unlucky. They start feeling like investments. Back in the 90s, my fishing partner introduced me to the concepts that still explains just about every good day I've had outside. We call them misery points. Here's how misery points work. Every time something goes wrong, truck trouble, boat trouble, breakdown, bad weather, bad decisions, you earn misery points. You've heard the saying, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Well, bad luck equal misery points. There's no official scale. You decide how painful it is. But there is one rule that never fails. Your misery point bank account has to have a credit before you can cash it in for an epic fishing or hunting day. And today, I'm going to tell you about a few trips where I absolutely maxed out that account. And if misery points were redeemable for cash, this first trip would have paid off my house. This starts in the early 1990s. Foggy, drizzly Friday afternoon. We leave Austin in my GMC Jimmy, pulling my 21-foot Fishmaster bay boat headed to Port Aransas for a cast and blast weekend. About 45 minutes down the Interstate 35 near Kyle, Texas, the truck dies. No warning, no sputters, just dead. I coast to the shoulder of I-35 with traffic blasting by and a blinding mist, trying to restart it and nothing. I call roadside assistance through my USA insurance. The tow truck shows up and then drops this on me. We can tow the truck, but we can't tow it with the boat. So now my boat's sitting on the shoulder of I-35 while 18-wheelers are flying past it, spraying it with a coating of dirty mist. That mental image alone, misery points are stacking up fast. And that was just the opening deposit. We get towed to a mechanic. Fuel gauge shows half a tank. He's thinking it's the injector or the electrical issue. After 45 minutes, he comes out and says, "Everything checks out. Let me go grab a gallon of gas." 10 minutes later, he pours it in. Truck fires right up. Turns out the fuel gauge had failed. I've been driving on empty. That moment alone earned 10,000 misery points. We filled the tank and headed out to the interstate to see if the boat had survived. Luckily, it was still there in one piece. We hooked the boat back up, and 3 hours later, near sunset, we were finally back on the road. Another hour goes by, then I hear a noise like the engine is getting louder and louder. A few minutes later, after hitting a bump, metal scraping on the asphalt, and it sounds like we just attached a jet engine to the truck. I pull over in the dark. The muffler is hanging on by one strap. That mechanic had taken it apart and never secured it all the way back. So I ripped it off, threw it in the back of the boat, and said some words that won't be repeated here. Now I'm driving to the coast sounding like I'm taxiing for takeoff. That one, 20,000 misery points. And somehow the misery still wasn't finished with me. We finally make it to Port Aransas. Saturday morning we actually shot a few ducks. That's a small withdrawal from the misery point bank account. Let's say minus 2,000 points. Account balance 28,000. Sunday morning we decide to wade fish. We boat out about 20 minutes near Mud Island. We catch some fish, call it a good morning. We hop back in the boat, get on plane, and the motor dies. Pump the fuel bulb. It starts to run a minute and then dies again. I had auxiliary tanks with premixed gas and a quick connect that I use for offshore snapper trips. And this motor used oil injection from an oil reservoir. So I swap over to my auxiliary tank and I tell my buddy, don't stop pumping that bulb. For 30 minutes straight, we hand pump fuel all the way back to port. 8, 9, and 10. Now my misery point bank is maxed out. After taking it in and getting a new fuel pump, my mechanic said, "You're lucky you didn't burn that motor up by just pumping the gas in without the oil." No misery points there, but I just narrowly avoided actual bankruptcy. My second highest misery point accumulation trip Did not happen on that boat, and it involved a 6-year-old captain. Mid-1990s, I sold the Fishmaster and went into a partnership on a used 1979 21-foot deep V offshore boat. My buddy and I got it running and added some enhancements. A second gas tank, rocket launchers, outriggers. It was a nice calm day, and my old roommate and I headed offshore with my 6-year-old daughter on board. About 22 miles out near an oil rig, I lose steering. The steering cable snapped. So I teach my daughter how to control the throttle and read the GPS numbers. My buddy and I sit on the back of the boat steering the motor with our feet. She calls out the numbers and we adjust. 7 hours later, we limp safely back into port. That one, 50,000 misery points. After the shellacking I heard from my wife. That boat was sold 6 months later after a couple more glitches. We were done. But the highest interest misery points didn't even come from the boat I owned. We were about 40 miles offshore out of Port Aransas, fishing near a rig called Southern, chasing wahoo. The main engine sucks up some seaweed. Overheat alarms keep going off. We don't risk it. We shut it down and point the bow toward home on a 9-horse kicker motor. We troll the entire way in. 40 miles, not a single bite. Pitch black, 11 p.m., we finally pull back into port. That one, since it wasn't my boat, we'll call it 30,000 misery points. Still hurts. So here's the deal. If your misery point account is full, you're due. You're due for calm seas, due for bent rods, due for that big buck stepping out in front of your scope, due for full coolers. So next time you have an unbelievable day on the water or in the field where everything goes right, take a second. Think about how many misery points it took to earn it. Because luck doesn't just show up. It gets paid for in advance. Drop me your number one misery point accumulation story in the comments below. And if you want to see more of my misery point accumulation stories, see this one on when my friend's boat sank. Or this one when my trolling motor wouldn't store correctly.